how to configure workflows for different dining types, dine-in pickup, etc. To start, we'll want to enter the management menu. Select management at the top of the screen, making sure that it is highlighted as blue. Go ahead and enter your employee PIN number. Next, we will want to enter the store settings on the left-hand side. Now, it is worth noting that depending on your version of the software, this layout might be a little bit different. Everything should, however, have the same name or very similar name, and all the icons should remain the same. Go ahead and select dining types under the store settings. We'll go ahead and select the pickup dining type, select edit on the right-hand side. We'll have the option to name the different dining type if we wish to change that from pickup. One of the most important things for selecting dining type settings is going to be how the sequence number is configured. By default, this will be auto by ID, but we also have the options for auto by range, auto lettering alternative, auto daily reset, start from 1 each day, and manual. Sequence numbers are the increasing number on each invoice that customers receive, just so you can reference each one individually and give them a weight sequence number. Length/range is going to be the amount of digits that this number can reach. By default, that is at 2, which caps out at 99. If instead we want that to be 4 digits, go ahead and select that to 4. That is going to make the cap 9,999. The same can be done for minimum length. If we wanted to start in the hundreds, we can go ahead and select 3. There are a multitude of different print options in the dining type settings. By default, we suggest having print invoice when closing on use system config and select the copies to be 1. If you want to have more copies printed out for these settings, you can go ahead and select that number right over here. There's multiple different settings, such as manual when unprinted, always in payment slip when referring to print, invoice when closing. If you selected the manual, you will have to select the print option when you close an invoice, or else nothing will print out. Track seats can also be an important consideration. By default, this will be no reported as seat 1 invoice. You can do the same option, but as seat is 0, and also do ask on order. Yes, default 1 seat in auto by sales seat number. The default setting will require you to manually change the seat before you put an item on. So ultimately, it just depends on how you would like the system to be configured. Very important consideration for dining type setting will be the after sending, after printing, after closing, and after exiting settings. These are configurable per default in quick service mode. These are going to change which screen you go to after these specific functions are performed. So let's say after sending, rather than go to the table screen, we want this to go to the list of invoices screen. We can go ahead and select that. Maybe for quick service, we want that to be different, so we can go to perhaps same screen. These options here, as you can see, are incredibly important to the workflow of order taking, and I would definitely suggest experimenting around and seeing what works for you. How to enable or disable customer prompts based on order type inside of dining type. We can scroll all the way down here to track customers. By default, this will be ask on send, meaning when you send your order, it will ask you for a customer name. We select that for no. It will never prompt us for a customer. Or if we select ask on order, as soon as the invoice screen is pulled up, it will ask us for the customer name. We can also have a checkbox right above this for tracking the customer type if that is desired. Printing customer info on the receipt or the kitchen print could also be an important consideration. Have the options for no name and company, name, company and phone, name, company phone, and address. Same can be for the kitchen prints.